Today is the day we have been planning for. We are going to build a Mercedes from absolute zero. Every bolt, every panel, every wire, built right here in this garage. Let's begin. Chassis dimensions are confirmed. We build to exact specification, not 1 millimeter off. 3D model is locked. Every measurement loaded into the system. High-grade steel. Every sheet will be inspected before we cut a single line. Organized by component number. Nothing gets mixed up in this build. Plasma cutter is running clean. Every cut exactly on the chalk line. Checking every piece against the blueprint as it comes off, all confirmed so far. The long rails are done. These form the spine of the entire chassis. Every rail stacked in sequence, ready for the welding stage. Rails are in the jig. Alignment confirmed before the first arc goes in. Level reads perfect on both axes. We are good to weld. First weld's going in clean. The Mercedes chassis begins right here, holding perfectly still, every angle locked. Grinding every seam smooth. When we are done, these joints will be invisible. Inspecting each weld under the glass, every one is solid. Mercedes progress, chassis frame growing. Anti-corrosion treatment on every weld. This chassis will outlast everything. Every dimension within tolerance. Mercedes progress, chassis sections primed and measured. Building continues. Coming down slowly, hold, perfect. Lock the stand clamps. Clamps locked. First chassis sections are on the stand. The frame is born. Cross members going in. These give the chassis its lateral rigidity. Every bracket positioned and hand tightened before you weld. Perfect sequence. Walk around inspection. Every single joint before we move forward. Checking the list as you walk. Call anything that needs attention. This bracket looks solid. Confirmed. All clear so far. The engine is next. We study this completely before we touch a single component. 3D engine model is up. Assembly sequence is loaded and ready. Every component organized before one bolt gets turned. This is how we build an engine right. Block is first, then crank, then rods, then heads. Sequence is set. Block is on the stand. We work from the bottom up. Crankshaft goes in first. Cylinder walls coated. Every bore lubricated exactly right. Crankshaft going in. This is the spine of the entire engine. Every bearing surface coated before it goes down. Nothing runs dry in this engine. Center caps first, then working outward. Exact torques each value as you reach each cap. Not one cap out of sequence. Crankshaft fully installed and secured. Connecting rods all fitted. Checking clearances before we torque anything. Clearances all within specification. Every single one recorded on the sheet. Good work. Applying final torque now. Ring compressor is holding. Each piston sliding in clean and smooth. Ring gaps all confirmed before every piston. Not one shortcut. Second piston going in clean. Gap is perfect. Proceeding. Head gasket is seated. Lowering the head in slowly. No damage to the gasket surface. Thread sealant on every bolt. Perfect seal from the start. Head is aligned. Tightening evenly now. Stage 1 torque. Working the pattern. Center first, then outward in sequence. Stage 1 complete. Moving to Stage 2 angle torque on your call. Stage 2 complete. Head fully torqued. Camshaft in its towers. Timing marks need to be perfect on a Mercedes engine. Degree wheel confirms timing position exactly. Every mark aligned. Chain is routed. Tensioner release on my mark, now. Released. Tension is perfect. Chain is seated on all sprockets. Timing cover going on. The heart of this engine is sealed in now. RTV bead is exactly right. Perfect seal on the cover. Fuel rail going on. High pressure direct injection system for this Mercedes. Every injector seated and clipped. Fuel system ready for lines. Turbo is on. Oil feed port is aligned. Connecting it now. Oil feed line connected. Intercooler pipe clamped and secure. Forced induction system complete. Harness routed and tied. Every anchor point secured before connectors go on. Every sensor connector locked home. Engine electronics complete. Good work. Next project. Look at that. A complete Mercedes engine. Built by our hands in this garage. Every component assembled correctly. This engine is ready to go into the chassis. Engine is in the air. Moving toward the chassis slowly. Guide me in. Forward a little. Right slightly. Down slowly. Mounts are aligning now. Engine mounts are started. Gearbox needs to come into alignment now. Gearbox is seating. Input shaft is finding its way into the clutch. Almost there. Engine mount bolts to spec. This engine is not going anywhere. Bell housing bolts all torqued in sequence. Gearbox is locked to the engine. Lower arms in first. They set the geometry for everything that follows. Struts going in, top mount bolts started, ready for final torque. Rear suspension is a mirror of the front. Same precision required. Rear shocks in. All four corners now have suspension. This car will handle. Front discs on. Ventilated Mercedes quality stopping power. Calipers over the discs and torque to spec. Front brakes complete.
Rear brakes in. Braided stainless lines going in now throughout the whole car. Lines are secured in every bracket. No chafing anywhere in this system.
Bleeding front right first. Watch for the first clear fluid with no bubbles. Fluid running clear now, no bubbles. Close the step. Brake system fully in corner. Brakes complete. Wheels going on. Star pattern for the bolts. Never a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Torqued. All four wheels confirmed secure. Look at it standing on its own wheels. It is starting to look like a car. Everything from the ground up built by us. This is exactly what we planned. Every panel inspected under the light before we touch paint. No shortcuts here. Sanding in straight lines, every panel gets the same preparation. Good, keep it consistent. 2 small imperfections in the doors. We fill them correctly, they will never be seen. Filler is cured and sanded to 320, perfectly flush with the panel surface. Etch primer first. It bonds to the bare metal and gives paint something to hold. Every edge masked before the gun goes near it. Clean lines throughout. Wet sanding the primer at 400. Water and paper finding every imperfection the eye misses. Inspecting at a low angle under the light, marking anything that needs more work. High build primer going on. This coat fills the 400 grit scratch marks. Viscosity is right, mixed to the correct ratio. Every coat is the same quality. 600 then 800. Building up the grades, the surface gets better with every grade. Following you with 800, every panel is becoming perfect under our hands. Surface flawless and ready for color. Tack cloth over every surface. 1 dust particle in the color coat and we sand it back. Final inspection complete. Every surface is perfect. We are ready for color. First color coat going on. Look at that gray. This is the color of our Mercedes. Distance is good. Fan pattern is perfect. This gray is extraordinary. Perfect. Keep that even. Second gray coat. The depth is building. Every coat adds to the color. Flash time correct between every coat. This gray will have perfect depth. Third and final color coat. Long passes, no hurry on this last coat. Film thickness perfect on every panel. Even coverage confirmed throughout. Perfect. Color complete. Job well done. Clear coat mixed to exact ratio. The chemistry has to be right for this to work. Tack off complete before the clear coat. Not one particle gets trapped under the clear. Clear going on. Look at the gray coming alive under the clear. This is the moment. Pass timing perfect. The depth and gloss is building with every pass. Final clear coat, the thickest one, slow passes, no hurrying this. Watching every panel for runs, everything flowing flat and perfect. Final clear coat applied, complete paint system on all panels. Curing begins. Now we wait. The paint cures on its own time. We cannot rush this. Patience in the curing is as important as skill in the spraying. We wait. 1500 grit first, cutting the clear coat flat, removing any dust nibs or orange peel. Following with 2000, every square inch we cut together.
2500 final wet sand. After this, every panel is perfectly flat. Wiping and inspecting each one. Every panel is confirming flat and ready.
Machine polish with cutting compound first. The gray is waking up. Look at that depth. Hand polishing the edges. Every millimeter of this gray gets the same treatment.
Medium polish after the cut. The gray is getting deeper and cleaner with every stage.
Following behind, making sure every inch is covered. This gray is becoming incredible. Finishing polish on a slow pad. This is the last stage, removing the last microscopic marks. Inspection light at low angle. Not one swirl mark visible on any completed panel.
2500 final wet sand. After this, every panel is perfectly flat. Wiping and inspecting each one, every panel is confirming flat and ready.
That is solid gray. Look at the depth in that paint. We prepared it, we shot it, we polished it. That is our gray Mercedes right there. First gray panel going onto the chassis. Hood goes on first. Slow and careful. Hinges are open and ready. Bring it in straight, guided onto the pins. Perfect. It's seated. Front fenders going on. Every gap equal before I tighten a single bolt. Gap gauges on every edge. Both fenders are lining up perfectly with the hood. Perfect. Tightening the bolts now. Front doors hanging on their hinges. Alignment check before we tighten anything. Gaps are equal all around the front door. Striker is in the perfect position. Rear doors on. Quarter panels next, working our way to the back of this car. Trunk lid is on and the gap is perfect all the way around. Rear end is coming together. Front bumper on. The face of our Mercedes is appearing right now. Grille clipped in perfectly. Look at that. The Mercedes face is complete. Rear bumper on. The 4 exhaust tips need to be perfectly symmetric. Measure both sides. Both sides measured and confirmed equal. The rear of this gray Mercedes is done.
Step back. Look at it. The gray exterior is complete. That is a Mercedes.
Every panel the same gray. Every gap perfect. We built that exterior from flat metal. Interior now. Dashboard frame first. Everything else builds from here. Cutting and stitching the gray leather. The seats will match the car exactly. Dashboard is in, connecting every harness plug behind it in sequence. Seat rails torqued to the floor. Seats going onto the rails now. Steering wheel on. The driver interface is complete. All trim panels fitted and secured. The interior is looking extraordinary. Headlining going in. It has to be stretched perfectly. No wrinkles anywhere. Interior lights all connected and confirmed working. The cockpit has come alive. Stainless exhaust routing from the turbo all the way to the 4 rear exits. Every hanger in position and tightened. Exhaust system with the body any installed. All connections confirmed. Cooling system in the engine bay. The radiator needs to be perfectly positioned for airflow. All coolant hoses routed and clamped. Every clamp is tight. No leaks in this system. Premium synthetic oil going in. The right oil for this engine from the very first start. All fluid reservoirs filled to the correct marks. Every system ready. Engine management initialized. All pre-start checks confirmed on the diagnostic. Are we ready? Every system showing ready on the laptop. Turn the key. This is the moment. She is running. Listen to that engine. Listen to it. Oil pressure is up. Temperature rising normally. Every reading is perfect. We did it! Temperature coming up to operating range perfectly. The engine sounds magnificent. Completely dry underneath. Not one drop from anywhere. Perfect build. All systems confirmed leak-free. Warm-up complete. Engine management initialized. All pre-start checks confirmed on the diagnostic. Are we ready? Every system showing ready on the laptop. Turn the key. This is the moment. Working through every electrical system. Headlights, check. Indicators, check. Wipers, check. Every system confirmed clear on the diagnostic. Not one fault code in the entire car. Reading the alignment figures. All 4 corners need to match the specification exactly. Front toe is out by 0.2. Adjust it now. Rear perfect. Front camber is good. All 4 corners are set to spec. Garage doors are open. First drive of the car we built. Are you ready? Born ready. Take us out of this garage. She is moving. Under her own power. The gray Mercedes is moving. All gauges reading perfectly. She is running beautifully in the real world. Road test complete. She drives. She actually drives like a real Mercedes. Small adjustments needed. Nothing major. We are very close to perfect.
Ride height adjusted at all 4 corners. Damper settings refined from the road test. Engine map tweaked. Fuel trim and ignition timing optimized. Performance is perfect now.
Final inspection walk around. Every gray panel under the light one last time. Following you with the checklist. Call anything that needs attention. Anything at all. This gap looks good. Ride height adjusted at all 4 corners. Damper settings refined from the road test. Engine map tweaked. Fuel trim and ignition timing optimized. Performance is perfect now. Ride height adjusted at all 4 corners. Damper settings refined from the road test. Engine map tweaked. Fuel trim and ignition timing optimized. Performance is perfect now. Every chrome piece mirror polished. Every metal detail on this gray car is perfect. All glass crystal clear. Not one smear on any window or mirror. Tires dressed deep black. Perfect contrast against the gray body. Wheels polished to mirror. Every spoke gleaming against the gray. Perfection. Gray leather conditioned and treated. The interior looks like it came from the factory today. Every interior surface cleaned and perfect. This cockpit is extraordinary. Center of the garage. This is exactly where she should be for this moment. Lights adjusted for maximum effect. Every angle of this gray Mercedes is going to look extraordinary. We built a Mercedes from raw steel in this garage, solid grilled, every panel, every coat of gray, built here by us, together. Look at her. We said we would build a Mercedes, solid gray, from scratch, in this garage. We did exactly that. If you enjoyed watching us build this, subscribe, because we are going to build something even more extraordinary next.
Solid graders save product to be the same cars and same carols for the finish. Done.